Okay, you legends, I've just added this in at the last minute. So these videos never even were gonna go live, and the reason is the app that I've been using for the last 5 years to make my videos have all of a sudden made it go all glitchy. So I deleted it, re-uploaded it, and the reason they've done that for is because they want you to pay for it. And it's like flipping, the cheapest you can get is like £4.99 a week. So I don't earn any money off YouTube or anything for this, but because you guys have like supported me and commented, and you know the channel's growing, like I'm just going to bite the bullet and go for it, man. So I've paid for it. I've basically paid for the whole year so I can still bring all of this rubbish content to you guys. So the video that I uploaded, which is supposed to go live at 8 o'clock, is only half a video because I'd already edited it and uploaded it. So I'm going to delete that, and now I've paid for this, I can upload the full version of the video with the ending and everything, and I'll carry on bringing you guys movies. Well, if you can call them flipping movies, whatever it is. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. You are appreciated. Yeah, the channel was almost over, but we're back on track, so nice. Stay tuned, guys. I think this is probably one of my best videos, if I'm honest. The last one was crap. I was dying. I literally had tonsillitis, and the job just wasn't the best job anyway. So check this out, guys. Hope you like it. Enjoy the movie, and I'll catch you in the next video. Nice. Good morning, you 603 absolute legends, guys. I love each and every one of you. I know I keep saying it, but I genuinely do. It is Monday, the 22nd of July. I'm off to a job in Nuneaton. They had a pond built by a landscape gardener, and it looks absolutely amazing, but like the actual physics of it just doesn't work at all. Like, it doesn't even fill up with water, to be honest with you. So I went over and seen them a couple of weeks ago, and we've ordered a box welded liner, which has taken almost like 2 weeks to get here. So it arrived on Friday, so we're driving over to Perfect Ponds to pick that up, pick up some materials, and then we're off to Nuneaton. So this video will be in 2 parts, so I think I'll be returning back to it on sort of Wednesday or Thursday this week to finish up, fill it up, and get it all working. So I'll give you a little show around when we get there. For now, let's get into this! Okay, guys, we have got our liner, we have got our gold label sealer to seal around the window. We are now off to Nuneaton. Nice. I just want to say, guys, there was absolutely no drifting during my the making of my videos. Nice. And just like that, guys, we are here. So what I'm going to do, that time lapse, it took me an hour and 20 minutes to get here, but for nice people and nice ponds, Perky will travel. So I'll really shorten that down in the video, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all set up, and then I'll bring you back in 2 shakes of a very small milkshake. Nice. Okay, you legends, we are here. It is a little bit windy today, but hopefully it won't ruin the quality of this build. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip you around and show you where we're going to start from. Nice. Okay, you absolute legends. So looking at this pond, they have not done a bad job. You know, the construction isn't bad at all, really. You know, it looks nice. All the work, the landscape, they've done all the landscaping, so that does not look bad at all. You know, when I come, I had a good check round. You know, it's built well. They've used all the right materials and stuff. All the tiling looks quite neat and tidy. The electrics are all good and stuff like that. So it's just literally the mechanics. So you've got landscape gardeners and you've got pond builders, and there is such a massive difference between the two. So I don't know if you can see the water line there. That's as much water as it would carry. Anything above that, it just leaked out. So they haven't been able to put any fish in. They've been worried. So I'll come over and offer to help put a quote in for a box welded liner, which is like guaranteed for life. It's 1mm Firestone rubber, and like they've said, give me the go ahead. But it took 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, for the liner to be actually made, which like did my flipping nutting. So we are back. We've got our box welded liner now. We're going to empty it. I don't know if you can see the liner. It's like a PVC liner, and obviously because it's such a small pond, they haven't been able to fix it properly. I don't know what they've fixed it with. It looks like silicone, but underneath it's been painted as well. But yeah, it's a bit sort of not so good. So but the challenge is, because obviously you're having to redo someone else's work, I've got to sort of get all these tiles off. I've got to get the coping off, get all these tiles off at the back, and all this coping again, same around this side, just to and get all the liner out, obviously, just so that we can fit the new liner. So my plan today is, hopefully, fingers crossed guys, I'm going to be able to remove all of this stuff without damaging any of it. God. So wish me luck guys, stay tuned, time lapse. Okay guys, that's all the water vacuumed out, as you do, Barnum Grew. So I've took the pump out, took the lights out, we've just fed that over there. So the next challenge is, guys, is just to get rid of this old liner, and we're going to remove these pillars as well. Yeah, because there's just no need. There's no need, guys. There's no need. So yeah, that's the next plan of action. So let's get into this. Nice. Oh guys, I forgot to tell you. So I haven't got Brandon with me today because this is a bit of a one-man job, I'm not going to lie. And it's just a bit more technical sort of thing. There's no graft involved. It's just like precision engineering. So today I bought a cameraman with me, and to be fair, he's been like really been good. So I'll introduce you. He's been really good. He's been forget it. Okay gang, so that is the liner removed. I forgot my wellies, they're not. So when I cleaned it out, bollocks. The floor's soaking wet as well. Oh, do you know what it is? I didn't bring me wellies. And these flipping shoes, look, I wear them every day because they're all airy, do you know what I mean? But I think they've just lost the flipping grip. I've blooming stacked it. So the customer didn't see that. Oh, and well, anyway, so yeah, we've removed the liner. It won't fix that well, to be honest with you. It was just fixed around the top. There was more sort of sealant, like gluing it all the folds and stuff. So yeah, we've took that out. The sun's come out now. It's going to ruin everything. Oh God, I'm going to have to dry this floor off, guys. So yeah, so we've removed all the liner. I've cleaned off all the silicone. So that black sealer is gluing the window to the actual wall. Yeah, so I've cleaned off all the silicone sealant, because you shouldn't really use silicone. It needs to be like gold label, fish safe, black. Even the clear one isn't as good. It's okay for aquariums, but not really good for liners. The black one will, let me flip it, I don't know why I'm pointing at. So guys, the black gold label sealer will stick glass to brick, brick to wood. It'll just stick anything, and it lasts for years and years and years. And whenever I do a pond window, that's what I always use. So that's one top tip for you. Another top tip for you, which I have mentioned before in one of my previous videos, is if you are going to try and paint your pond, flip you around. If you are going to try and paint your pond, first of all, you need to render it, and second of all, it needs to be dry. And if it's not dry when you paint it, it's not going to stick. So I think that was these guys' first attempt, was to paint this pond hoping that it would hold water, and then when that went wrong, they decided to fit the liner. Right, I'm going to try and find a towel and dry the bottom of this out before I smash my head open. Okay, you legends, guess what? Someone's flipping mowing. It's always the case, isn't it? So yeah, I've dried that out. I might not even put that in because it only took 30 seconds. It's not much of a time lapse, that is it? So the plan now, guys, is I'm putting these tiles off, man, because I'm really worried I'm going to break them, and I don't want to break them. So we've removed the liner, we've cleaned off all the silicone. I'm going to take these down next. I don't think they're built into the wall. I think they've just built them up afterwards. So the next plan is to take them out, and then I'm going to have a think about just how I'm going to get all of these off and all of this coping off without breaking any of it, because that's just going to cause more inconvenience, not just for myself but also for the customer, because I don't know where the landscape gardener's bought them from, but we're going to have to match them up and stuff. So fingers crossed his coping and his tiling is as good as his pond painting and his liner fitting. No disrespect to the guy, but obviously pond building is completely different to landscape gardening. Just note to selves, guys, always find a recommended pond builder to build your pond. Nice. Okay, you legends, it is flipping warm today. I'm sweating. It's a bit overcast, but it's like 21, 22 degrees. So I ain't moaning, guys, I ain't moaning. I only moan when it's blooming raining or freezing cold when it's supposed to be summertime. So right, we've got them, let me flip you around. We've got them blocks out. I'll put that over the top because that was a lot sketchier than it actually looked, guys, because when you're swinging a mallet to try and knock down the concrete, I mean, there isn't much of a flipping gap, so I had to be really gentle there, and I just put that over just to protect the glass. Imagine breaking the glass. Oh my god, I just can't imagine it. So to be fair, it come off pretty easy, both sides. So guys, I'm going to take a little 5-minute break, have my coffee, and I'll bring you back. I'm going to say a little prayer as well for a bit of guidance, because I'm really praying I don't break any of these tiles or these tiles. So that is the next job, and I can't put it off any longer. At some point we're going to have to do it. So wish me luck, guys. I'm going to have a coffee and I'll bring you back in 2 shakes of a Nesquik. Nice. Okay, you legends. So coffee break over, just a quick one. The plan now is to start removing these tiles. I'll flip you around, right? I'll flip you around. So gang, I'm worried about this, I really am. I don't want to break any of these tiles. So my plan is, and if you've got a better idea, leave it in the comments. I'm going to try and attack these ones first, because worst case scenario, if I do manage to break a few of these, it isn't so bad, because the liner is going to come up and underneath. the coping anyway. So, you know, if I break 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, at least I'll still have enough, because all these have got to come off as well at the back, because the liner is going to be fixed up to there at the back wall as well. So my plan is, guys, I'm going to use the heat gun to heat up the tiles, these ones first, and see if I can pry them off with like a you know, like a trowel. Try and shove it up there like and try and sort of get them off gradually, and at least then I can see what they've actually fixed them to the wall to. Do you know what I mean? And then once I've got all these ones off, then I'll have a go at getting these top ones off, praying that I don't break any of them at all. Watch this space, guys. Wish me luck. Okay, you grass-fed lamb chops, I'm telling you what, we have been blessed. We have been blessed. The heat gun didn't work at all. I had to use the bolster chisel and just gently sort of tap away, tap until they come free. So we was not without incident, because there's lights running all around the pond, and these ones unfortunately were stuck to the tile, but they do just plug in, plug and play. So that's all good. And the other incident that we had, see if we can get in without stacking it, it's all dry in the bottom now, guys, is I broke one tile. I broke this tile which goes in that corner there, but when I fit it back together, guys, I reckon we can pull this off. So, you know, you can't even see it, can you? So when I put it back together, that should be okay, salvageable. So we haven't, that's the only tile that cracked, so all the rest of them come off an absolute treat. So next on the list, we're going to have to disconnect the water pump and the set of lights that go in the pond, pull that through, and then we're going to have to drill another hole further up, because our liner is going to come to there. It's going to be glued to the wall, and it's going to be overlapped all the way around the top of the coping, glued to the window. So I've got to drill a hole, remove them, disconnect them, disconnect the plugs, drill another hole there for that to go through so that it avoids the liner, and then that old return hole there where the return pipe comes, I'm going to have to drill another one of them up there as well. So let's get into this one. And it looks like it's going to flipping piss it down. Still nice and warm though. Don't mind getting wet. You get wet in the bath, don't you? The minute I press record, the blooming guy starts his lawnmower up. So this is where we're at, you absolute legends. You ready? I'll flip you around. So we've removed all the wiring for the lights and the water pump. We've ground off all the old, whatever it was that he used to fix all the tiles to the top of the wall with. I'm so chuffed they come off, guys. That is an absolute blessing in disguise. Good job I said my little prayers before I started. So yeah, so the wires were coming through a hole just here, which were filled in, but they was going through a piece of pipe that went up through there. So now, guys, I don't know if you can see in there, so they came in through there and then they went down through that pipe there. So basically I've just pulled them through, stripped them off, and then I've ground out this section here and smoothed the edges off. So now when our liner goes in, I'll be able to feed the wires up behind and through there, and then put the tiles back over the top. That's why I ground off all the old grouting or whatever you want to call it. So then when I fix the tiles back on, the wires will sit nicely behind. And now guys, we're just getting the underlaying. So I know you think, wow, he's done a good job of that, hasn't he? How's he managed to get that to stay in place? So I've used a bit of gold label, just like a little bead and a little few blobs, just so it sticks in place, because when you put your actual liner in, it's so easy for the underlay to slip down. So we've got the rest of our underlay. We're going to cut that up and get that in as well. Nice. You know it makes sense. Okay, you smoking hot chicken wings. We have got the underlay in. It is fixed to the walls with gold label. That has flashed off for about half hour while I had a little 5-minute break. So now we've got to get the liner in. But I made a boo-boo, guys. You know what I've done? I need to drill 1.5 inch hole through that wall for the return pipe to come back through. Well, for the feed pipe to come back through, sorry, and the return, so the feed and the return. Gotta drill 2 flipping holes, but I'm not going to do that now because all of that crap is going to fall back in and it's going to make a right mess of that. So once I've fitted the liner in, that's me done for today. So what I'll do then is, once the liner's in, it'll be easier to drill the hole and vac out all the dust and stuff that drops in, rather than try and vac out of there. Do you get me? Do you get what I mean? Are we on the same flipping page here, guys, or what? So everything is going well today. I didn't want to say anything earlier in case I flipping jinxed it, but yeah, no, we are doing good. So let's get this liner in. Top tip, guys, when you're opening your box welded liner, don't use a flipping Stanley knife. Nice. I don't know who cut that. Must have been blooming Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder. Nice. Why is it that the most important bit I always forget to press record? Well, anyway, we've only placed it in, guys. It's not fitted in, so I'll flip you around. Yeah, I don't know why I do it. Maybe it's just the excitement. I don't know what it is of. So there's our box welded liner, and it is literally just placed in, guys. So all you need to make sure that you do is make sure you get your corners exactly in the corners, like exactly, because once, so yeah. And another thing is, you don't need to fill this up, because I measured this liner to perfection, and the company that make them are absolutely flipping brilliant. They actually come like perfect. Do you know what I mean? So the plan is now to get it all tightened up so it's all fits absolutely perfectly, and then I might just put some gold label underneath and then put the tiles back on, you know, like the top tiles, like top perky. So put some gold label down there, some gold label down there, some gold label across there, some gold label across there. Put them tiles back on, just rest them on the top, just to well, as it goes off, sort of thing. And then once I've done that, I'm going to screw and glue the liner to the back edge, well above the water line. And then once I've picked up the courage, I can cut out the window and glue that. So nice. I won't forget to press the time lapse next time, guys. Sorry. My bad. Okay, gang, we're getting there, but I am short of a piece of wood because I want to fix the liner to the back of the pond while the sealer goes off, and some gaffer tape just to hold it to the window while that goes off as well. We're going to fit the cover back on, so it's enough rambling on. Let's get into this. Let's go Wixies, guys. Wixies. Okay gang, we are back. I just had to go Wix's just to get a piece of wood so I can secure the liner at the back, and some Gorilla tape to fix. Once I've rolled the liner and the sealer to the window, I'm just going to use some Gorilla tape to stick that on, and then I'll be back on Wednesday. What I might actually do today, guys, is get, I don't know, should we get the coping on as well? I might just place it on, and then that way when we come back and fill it up, we can make sure everything's right. I think that's the best thing to do, innit? Right, let's get into this, you absolute legends. Nice. Yes, so we're just going to pull around the line nice and tight. So I can't believe I didn't press flipping record on the time lapse. But yeah, it's a good job we had these blocks in. Yeah, so we're just going to pull the edges, get it nice and tight, make sure all the corners are in the corners really well. And then I'm going to seal underneath there with a bit of gold label, and then I'm just going to place back on the coping to keep that in place, and the same on this side. And then once I've done that and that's in place, I'll be able to cut the liner for the window and then fix the liner to the glass using the old gold label sealer. And then once that's done, I'm going to fix a piece of wood and I'm going to screw it just above the waterline with like 3 screws. Then I can run a gold label sealer along there, fix the wood, screw through the wood into the wall, just 3 screws above the water level, and then all of that can go off. Then when I come back on Wednesday, I can trim all the top of that off, and then we can refit all the tiles back in. Hope that makes sense. Nice. Let's get into this. Okay, you legends, so we have gold labelled along there and we've just weighted it down. We haven't fixed those on, we're going to fix those when we come back. The same on that side. Then we've measured out the window with an overlap all the way around. I'm going to get in and show you guys. I'm going to get in there. Get in there. Oh. So, ta-da! So yeah guys, so that line is basically where I need to be, but I've left an overlap like that. So we're going to put 2 beads of sealer along the window, and then that'll cause like a suction gap, which will help it. On the bottom here, I'm going to put 3 beads along, and then on this side, as you can see, there's a lot more glass at the bottom than there is at the sides. So we're going to use the gold label. There you go, guys. You can see my line. So that's where I'm going to finish, but I can trim that back once it's all gone off when I come back on Wednesday, when it's all nice and dry. So what we do is we use a roller. So we'll get the sealer on, we'll pressure roll it into place, and then using our Gorilla tape, we'll tape it to the glass just so it's not going to move anywhere. It's not going to move anywhere anyway, but just in cases, do you know what I mean? And then we're pretty much done for today, guys. Flip it around. We're pretty much done for today, guys. The only thing we've got left to do is this back edge, in which I think I've already explained to you. I'm going to put a bead sealer along there. I'm going to cut this wood to length, and then I'm going to drill 3 holes straight through the wood, straight through the wall, get a screw and a wall plug, just tap it straight through, tighten it up, just hold it in place. So this liner is not going to be glued all the way up to there, it's only going to be glued to there. And then when I come back, I'll trim the excess off, and then we can refit the tiles back on. So let's get sticking and gluing, guys. It's like being at school, isn't it? Okay guys, it is the end of Monday. We have absolutely smashed it out the ballpark today. Customers are absolute legends, like really nice people. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet them. So we'll be back on Wednesday, which really to you guys will be like in a minute, unless this footage is about 30 minutes long, and then I'll do it in 2 separate things. I'll have a look when I get home anyway. So I'll show you where we are right now. Finished off today guys. So we have our box welded liner fitted in. We've glued it to the top of the pond. We've fitted the coping back on just to keep it in place. I have glued the liner to the back wall and just use a piece of wood just to keep that in place as well. When we come back on Wednesday, that'll be trimmed off. The top of that liner will be trimmed off, and we'll refit the tiles along that edge there. We'll refit the coping. We've fitted it all around the window. So when we come back, all that'll be trimmed off. You won't see any of that. That's all gaffers, well, Gorilla Tape, to be fair. So yeah, what do you think guys? Not bad, eh? Not flipping bad, eh? Nice. And just like magic, we are back. It is Wednesday guys, so I don't really need to give you a walk around because you've already seen where we're up to. Next step, what we're going to do, we have got to drill our 1.5-inch hole through. We'll take all the coping back off. We've got all the tools. The wheelie good the wheelie good has been is unfortunately being kicked out onto the streets because he's just letting me down. Do you know what I mean? There's just quality just wasn't so guys, right, let's get into this. Let's get these holes drilled, the coping off, the tiles on. We've got a load of work to do today guys, so let's get into this. Okay, you legends, that was doing my flipping nutting. So I've got a proper core drill, but it just kept jamming up on the drill. It's doing my flipping heading. So we just nipped off to Wix's. I didn't really film it because like this video will end up being a flipping hour and a half long if I video everything. So I've been off. One chisel cost like 15 quid. So, but they did a whole set for like 25 quid, and that comes. Can you see that? That comes with a chisel in it. And I forgot my spirit level. Beans, we gotta put that coping back on. I just bought a cheap little spirit level. Right guys, so I'm gonna let you into a little secret. These customers have been absolutely lovely. So, flip you around while I try and carry this at the same time. So, Imperfect Ponds, they sell these, they're like fancy goldfish, but they are for ponds. Do you know what I mean? So they've only got a single tail, and they're bred in Japan, and they're quite rare, and they're quite sought after, which means they ain't cheap. So because these guys have been so nice, they've had this pond for like months, and they couldn't keep any fish in it. So by the end of today, this pond is ready to go. The filter's been working, everything, so it's all cycled. So I've bought my fish, right? So if you can keep a secret, I'm going to show you first. It's all bagged up. It's in the shade, and I'm going to show them at the end. I'll give it them at the end. What do you think? That's nice, isn't it? Nice. Okay, you legends, this is what we've got to so far. We have got our hole for our inlet and our return. It's a bit windy today, guys. I hope that not ruining this. So, yeah, so we've drilled our inlet and return pipe. I've fed the wires through for the water pump and the LED lights. I have trimmed around the window, so that's all looking good as well. And I have put a little extra bead. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? I've put a little extra bead just in cases. So the next step, guys, we need to get all these tiles back on. But in the meantime, let's start filling it up. Nice. Oh yeah, guys. So I had to re-employ the wheelie bin. So he's back in action. Nice. Okay, you legends, we have half filled the pond. My battery died, guys. I've had to charge it, so I've filled it that much I can't get back in because it's deeper than my wellies. We've fitted the tiles on the back wall, refitted them, so that's not looking too bad. The next thing I'm going to do is fit the coping before I do the side ones, because I'll actually be able to glue it to the coping and to the back wall. So time lapse. Nice. And it is absolutely smashing it down with rain, guys. Typical. It's about 3:30, 4:15. I've almost finished, but it's just absolutely smashing it down. So this is where we're at, guys. The pond is about half full. And I've run out of gold label, so I can't stick those along there. But I'm going to come back at a later date when they've got some more in stock. So hopefully that back wall will be all dry now, guys. So we'll be able to take the tape off there and fire this up, get the plants back in, and then we just got a load of tidying up to do. Get rid of all the rubbish and stuff and have a bit of a sweep up, and then we're pretty much done. Nice. Typical blooming weather, guys. Absolutely hammering it down. Okay, you grass-fed lamb chops, our work here is pretty much done. We do need to return to fit a Y divider because you shouldn't run the blade in the winter. So I'm going to spin you around and I'll give you a little show of what we have done, guys. So I gave the lady the fish as well. She absolutely loved it. They all did. They all loved it. So that is a Japanese all the way from Japan. What do you think, guys? Is that looking a treat or what? Because before it only filled up to that much. Box welded liner. So we've fitted another pipe, so you've got your inlet and your outlet to your filter, and a little wee fish is in there somewhere. So I'm sure they'll be out getting more fish over the weekend. So yeah, guys. That's not bad, is it? 2 days work. Doesn't that look so much better? We've had a bit of a tidy up. You know it makes sense. Nice. Okay, you red hot enchiladas, that is it for this episode. I've absolutely loved, I love my work anyway, you know I do, guys, but I really loved doing this job. It was a really nice family. They'd been left in the lurch really with a pond that was brand new that they couldn't even use for months on end. So I find it really rewarding to be able to go out and do that sort of stuff. So, and a really nice family they were too. Made me very welcome, let me film all of this rubbish to entertain you guys and themselves. So what have we learnt from this episode? The weatherman talks a load of rubbish. He absolutely pissed down all afternoon and I got absolutely soaked. What else? CT1 sealer is nowhere near as good as gold label black sealer. Sorry guys, but it's just not the same stuff. I managed to get the coping back on with it, but for the rest of the work I had to use the gold label. So I have got to go back, guys, to fit a Y-piece diverter, because the filter's running straight to the blade, and in the winter you don't want to run a blade or a waterfall. So unfortunately that wasn't in stock at Perfect Ponds, which surprises me because they have flipping everything, trust me. The customer loved the goldfish as well, which I hid in a box, like literally it was hid there in plain sight all day, so that was a nice surprise for them. So yeah guys, absolute legends. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment. Perky, you're not bad. Perky, you're an absolute legend. Whatever, I don't mind. Smash that notification bell. The next video is of 2 pond cleans. One's 2,000 gallons and the other one's 3,000 gallons. And I got absolutely drenched, guys. So the pipe literally spun round on me and soaked me with my 30,000 hours pump. So that's on a time lapse, but I'll try and slow that down just so you can get the gist of what was going on. Yeah, so guys, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, take care of your koi, take care of your goldfish, take care of your loved ones, and I'll see you in the next video. Nice.